Yeah, John, this is a wild and dangerous high-speed pursuit. The van you see right there, we understand there's a female driver. We don't know if there's anyone else inside that vehicle, but she's driving erratically. She's already slammed into a couple patrol cars, and incredibly, she actually chased a patrol car, went right at the patrol car, and the patrol car had to get out of the way. We understand there was possibly as many as 2 LAPD officers that have been hurt. We're right now on the 405 freeway northbound coming up into the Sepulveda Pass. Sunset is coming up. That's Sunset Boulevard right there, and you can see from time to time she drives extremely fast, then she slows down, swerves in and out of traffic. It's a pit maneuver. They're doing the pit maneuver. They want to stop this. This woman is dangerous. We don't see a pit maneuver often on the freeway, but 2 LAPD officers have already been hurt. They're doing everything in their power to get this woman to pull over to the side and get this pursuit over. You see now they're going to pin her in, and that was not successful. She was able to get away once again. So they have about a dozen LAPD patrol cars behind this vehicle right now. Two officers, we understand, have already been hurt. We don't know how badly, but you very seldom see this. This is how badly they want to take this woman into custody. You can see the patrol car was damaged there trying to get up to this van. It's a big van. They're trying to get right up next to it, slam it up against the side of the K-rail or the shoulder there, and that did not work. That was not successful. There's an LAPD helicopter overhead. We're still on the 405 freeway northbound. You see the night sun right there. There's no volume on the 405 north, so it's a smooth sailing, if you will, all the way up into the San Fernando Valley. But LAPD officers want to get this over with. This woman is driving erratically, and she appears to be driving in an extremely dangerous manner. Here they go once again. They're going to try and stop this. Boy, look at the way the van swerved to the right. Now they've got it spun out. Wow. If she continues, though, she's going to go head on into the officers.
And do we know, Scott, we know a woman is driving. Do we know, are there any passengers in the vehicle with her?
We don't believe so. This is incredible. We don't believe so, but we don't know for certain. It's hard to tell because you can't get inside that van. But she is just flooring it right now, getting as much power to that vehicle as possible, and it's just spinning around in circles. It's a big van, though, and the patrol cars just don't have the weight or the mass to really stop this vehicle. But you could tell she's lost control of it. There's enough damage to the vehicle right now where she has lost control of that vehicle, and she can't really continue on. It looks like now they may be able to pin her and get her stuck, get her in between some of the patrol cars, but now she's going southbound in the northbound lanes of the 405, and look at all the patrol cars here that were headed northbound behind her. Now you can see those people just driving the freeway, headed right into this woman who's driving so erratically and so dangerously.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I've never seen police act so aggressively to try and stop a driver like this, and you can see why. She's really putting lives at risk.
Yeah, she chased a patrol car, John and Rachel. She went after the patrol car with her vehicle. They had to try and get out of the way. And we understand, we believe 2 officers have been hurt. So when you have a woman who's right now is going to be looking at, charges of attempted murder on a police officer by trying to ram them with her vehicle, once you see that, once you see somebody driving into oncoming traffic, this is so dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've seen a pursuit this dangerous before because of the speed and because there's damage to that van. That's oncoming traffic you're looking at on the 405 North, and the van is heading southbound. And we saw earlier with the damage to the van, she's lost control. Oh, boy, head on into that car.
Yeah.
There you go. We hate to see this. We hate to see innocent people get hurt. But we're looking at it right now, such a difficult pursuit to stop and to get around here on the 405. This is amazing. She is southbound on the shoulder on the northbound lanes of the 405. We're in the Westwood area. I think we're kind of up Westwood Boulevard or Sunset again here in just a moment. And look at that, guys. I mean, swerving across all lanes, and she's lost some control of the vehicle, you can tell.
Yeah, we hope police, I'm actually surprised that traffic hasn't been stopped, but I know these things can just escalate so quickly. But hopefully they can pause traffic because, yeah, this is so dangerous.
Yeah, she's already hit 1 car head on. Scott, do we know how this started?
We do not know exactly. We know it started in Venice. We're not certain what the want was on this vehicle, but it's nearly impossible to stop all traffic on the 405 northbound. Now, they've done that a little further south. I can see it out the window, so they're doing everything they can do to try and make this as safe as possible, but it's just so dangerous. So up ahead, you're going to see an area where there are no vehicles coming northbound on the 405, and then you're going to see a hole open up out of your shot. You're going to see where the freeway is shut down. It's going to be interesting to see, push back in, what she does when she comes up on that stopped group of traffic on the 405 North. Again, she's southbound
Right.
at a high rate of speed in a van that she's having a hard time controlling. Open up a little bit for me, and then you're going to see a while to clear.
Breaking news, that dramatic high-speed chase that started in Santa Monica ended in a violent wrong-way crash on the 405 freeway in Brentwood.
The woman weaved through traffic and slammed head-on into several cars. KCAL News reporter Luz Delia Caballero live in Brentwood, where she spoke to some witnesses. Luz Delia, this was such a crazy scene.
It's so crazy, and I mean, this pursuit and how it unfolded is unfathomable. As we were watching the woman driving this white van that's completely destroyed almost on every side. Take a look here. This is where she ended up. I mean, the front is partially underneath this big rig. This car's side quarter panel is messed up, damaged because of the crash, and we're told from the driver of this car that he was actually sitting in his car, didn't even see this driver coming. You'll hear from him in just a little bit, but we want to walk you through exactly how all of this started and how we eventually got here. So the chase reportedly started in Santa Monica, where police say she hit a police car and then got on the 405 freeway. Police were pursuing her closely, but she wouldn't stop. She was careening wildly and then crashed with another police car trying to stop her. Even that didn't stop her. She kept going through a series of attempted pit maneuvers and then got spun around and started driving against traffic. And then after minutes of driving recklessly the wrong way, she then crashed into an oncoming van, that white van, and was finally stopped when she crashed into a semi-truck, which you saw earlier. Several other cars were involved, and at least one police officer was injured. We spoke to the driver of the small black car that we showed you earlier, and he tells us he's pretty shaken up. Take a listen.
I was on my way to Thousand Oaks for work. We noticed there was a police car swerving left and right to get traffic to stop. We all had come to a complete stop, and then out of nowhere, that white van just came careening into us, hit the car in front of me, and then slid into my car. And then you can see as that car stopped, I could see the driver from my driver's side window. She was pinned inside the van. I was terrified, so I immediately just jumped out of my car, came over to the shoulder because I didn't know if that person was armed with a gun, knife, what they wanted to do.
So, you know, he essentially tells us that he felt like he was blindsided, like many drivers who were stopped because police told them to do so for their safety. One of those drivers, Rudolph Anderson, was driving this silver car. As we get closer, you can definitely see that this car is totaled. The airbag went off. We talked to him earlier. He has a busted lip, a chipped tooth, and he tells us that he saw exactly when that car was coming toward him, but he couldn't do anything about it. They were stopped in traffic because, you know, police were trying to avoid this from happening. But again, this car turned into a missile going into oncoming traffic when the driver decided to go the wrong way for several minutes, inevitably leading to this scene that you see that unfolded here. This is going to continue to be an ongoing investigation looking into the motive behind why this driver did this in the first place. Reporting live from the 405 northbound, Luz Delia Caballero, KCAL News.
That's right, and those traffic impacts will continue throughout the morning. Luz Delia, thank you so much.
Erratically. Erratically. Slam into. Slam into. Maneuver. Maneuver. Seldom. Seldom. Swerve. Swerve. Distraught. Distraught. Weave through traffic. Weave through traffic. Unfolded. Unfolded. Unfathomable. Unfathomable. Rig. Rig. Careening. Careening. Inevitably. Inevitably.
If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to my channel to stay up to date with future videos. Thank you for watching.